Hi guys, I hope you're all okay. Today you are going to be using your work from this week on adverbs to use these in a longer piece of writing about Aunt Margie's visit to Privet Place, which is where Privet Drive even, which is where Harry and his family live. So to refresh your memories, I want you to watch this YouTube video, same one you watched yesterday. I will make sure the link is on your home learning page and it will be in the email that Mrs. Willis and I sent. I'll send it out each morning so you're not having to worry about copying and pasting it. Once you've watched this video, you can come back to me. So, your steps to success today are, so like in class, we are giving you some steps to success so you know what you're aiming for. So, we want you to try and use adverbs in different places, which is what you've been learning to do this week. We want you to use adventurous vocabulary. We want you to use dialogue with the speech marks in the correct place and the punctuation that goes with them. We want you to try and use parentheses. We want you to do it in your neatest handwriting, that is cursive. And we want you to check your spelling. So you could do this with a dictionary, you could do it on an iPad, on a laptop, or on a phone, or anything else that you've got that you could use to check your spellings, okay? So here is your waggle. So this isn't about the same clip as you are going to do. It is about Harry in one of the corridors in Hogwarts, okay? So if you want to see the clip that has been used to write this waggle, it is here, and you can go and watch that now if you'd like, but if not, we can just carry on. So, as Harry walked through the halls of Hogwarts, a sound, no, a voice swept through the air. It seemed like it was coming through the walls. Harry cautiously placed his hand upon them, and without thinking he followed the sound along the stone-cold wall. He raced along as the sound grew louder. His breath grew deeper, faster. His head spun with thoughts. Harry, his thoughts, his mission was interrupted. "Did you hear it?" Harry frantically asked his two friends. "What?" questioned Ron quizzically. "The voice." Harry quivered as the voice continued to echo around him. The voice moved further and further away. Harry knew what he had to do. He had to follow it. Wanting to follow it, Harry hastily followed the noise through the corridors. So that is your waggle. You can see that it has got many adverbs throughout to explain how Harry did things and to explain what Harry was doing while other things were happening. Okay, we can also see that it has got some of our Year 5 standards in there. So we can see that it has got an expanded noun phrase. It has got, so this is parenthesis here, how this has been written. Okay, we've got our punctuation for speech in the correct places. We've got adventurous vocabulary. Okay, we've got prepositional phrases. Okay, and we have got some Year 5 spelling patterns. Okay, so that is your waggle, so you can use this to help you study, but remember this isn't the same clip as what you are writing about. So before I move on to the modelled write, I want you to go and look at your plan from yesterday so that you know exactly what you need to write about today. And then when you've done that, you can come back and we will do a modelled write, okay? So, let me see. So, Aunt Marge, remember in capital letters for her name because it is her name, stormed through the door, completely ignoring Harry, and headed straight for her precious Dudley. So Dudley is Harry's cousin. Following her into the living room, Harry locked eyes with his aunt. his plump aunt. And then I'm going to use some speech marks. Ah, you're still here, are you? So I've taken this straight out of the clip and I'm just putting it into speech marks so it makes sense, okay? She snarled viciously. And then I'm remembering my new speaker, new line. Yes. Harry replied, not wanting to talk to the vile woman. Without replying, Aunt Marge headed towards or moved towards Dudley, who was watching the television with the volume unnecessarily loud. Harry couldn't wait to be back in his bedroom. Okay, so that is the first part of the clip that you saw. So let's go through with a highlighter and we can find our Year 5 standards. So let's start off with finding our adverbs because that is what our focus was of the week. So one of my adverbs is completely. She's not just ignoring Harry, she's literally making no acknowledgement of him at all. Okay, so following her into the living room is a fronted adverbial, so it still counts as an adverb. Viciously, so what she said in a really horrible way, so she's obviously not a nice lady. Without replying is another fronted adverbial. She didn't even bother to reply to Harry's answer, she just walked away. Unnecessarily, so it wasn't just loud, it was louder than it needed to be. Okay, so now let's look at any other Year 5 standards. So we have a relative clause here, and I have used a comma for parenthesis, so that's one of my steps to success today. I've used my speech punctuation with the correct comma and question mark. I've used a Year 5 spelling pattern here and here. I've used some adventurous vocabulary. Okay, so can I tick off my steps to success? Have I used adverbs in different places? Yes. Have I used adventurous vocabulary? Yes. Have I used dialogue with speech marks? Yes. Have I used parentheses? Yes. I haven't handwritten this, but you could tick this off. And have I checked my spellings? I did that as I went. So yes, okay. So once you have written yours, you can self-assess it just like me. It doesn't matter if you haven't got a highlighter, you could underline it with your pencil. So there you go, that is your modelled write for today. I look forward to seeing your writing, and I bet Mrs. Willis does too. If you have any problems, do let us know and we will try and help you as soon as we can and as best we can.